It's 5 minutes past 8. Welcome back to Sunrise Daily, where we go over to Abuja, where Elvis Agugwe joins us today. He is the National Coordinator, Concerned PDP Democrats. Morning, I thank you for joining us. Looking at this division within the PDP, where they say they are statutory delegates, and when they use that phraseology, it means that they're addressing the very core of part of the issues. But they also went ahead to itemize a number of issues, which we might pick on one or two of them in the course of this programming. But first of all, give us your your view on the latest scenarios, perhaps, because we know that lots of meetings are going on. What do you see happening, especially with this split?
First of all, hello?
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. First of all, let me use this opportunity to thank the millions of followers of the People's Democratic Party who trooped out at the Eagle Square, Abuja, to be part of the National Convention that elected members of the National Working Committee who resigned a few months ago in compliance with laid-down procedures as directed by the Independent National Electoral Commission. The incident that people want to refer to as a factionalization of the People's Democratic Party is neither here nor there. There is no factionalization of the People's Democratic Party of Nigeria. What you witnessed was frustration of a group of party stalwarts who wanted to hijack the structure of the People's Democratic Party, and sensing that they have failed in this bid, they staged a protest or walkout to Musa Yaradua Center in Abuja, where they went to air their frustration within the party, of their frustration of what they thought a loss of their attempt to hijack the structure of the People's Democratic Party. This now brings me to the issue of what are we actually discussing? What are the issues on ground? The issues here are very simple. They protested that there was a unity list. And this is normal in the People's Democratic Party conventions. Unity lists produced the man who they projected now as the national, their own chairman. You know, it's a mockery of the whole thing. Kawo Baraje, my friend, is also a product of Unity List. Every other person you have seen there who was at that press conference at Yaradua Center was also a product of either Unity List or consensus that led to their now being made candidates in the respective offices they have ever held in the PDP. So the issue is that I know from my experience of what has always happened in the PDP that these same people will have to return back to the party, because what they try to do is just a reaction, a spontaneous reaction to a failed bid in an attempt to see if they could take over the party.
But you know,
and I want to state that the PDP will take them back. PDP must be ready to take them back because they have nowhere to go. We will still settle it as a family affair, as an in-house quarrel. There are minor quarrels, after which they will come back to the party, and the party, under the leadership of our performing president,
isn't that
Dr.
taking
Goodluck
it for
Jonathan,
granted?
and the national chairman of the party will be prepared to take these members back.
Don't you think that
they only left to react to their failed bid to take over the structure of the party?
Don't you think that will be taking them for granted if the response of the party were to be this way? Because they listed a lot of grounds, and some of them they weren't even listed, and saying, look, in the first instance, this list that you're talking about, they say, look, these are not statutory delegates who voted in this. They talked about the position of the chairman, how he's not a member of the party. Then they cited section 222 of the constitution that talks about alteration, because they say that an illegal party constitution was used for this special convention, because they say 2 clauses were included at the National Convention, but it was not approved. And section 222 of the law, which they cited here, says that that's 222D, that any alteration in its registered constitution is also registered in the principal office of the Independent National Electoral Commission within 30 days of making such alteration. They think that the party has not complied with this provision and so many other ones.
Thank you. As a party man and as a party operative, those who stage this workout know that there are internal mechanisms, there are inbuilt mechanisms to lay down their complaints. And after laying down their complaints, they would expect the leadership of the party to react to their complaints. And they will be invited to try to resolve the issues where they will make their case, and the party will have to reply to whatever they will have to say. So the truth of the matter is that they failed to follow due process out of anger and frustration. You see, if you see the way majority of the members, for instance, the 5 governors who have been touring around the country trying to claiming that they are seeking for ways to restore the party's dignity. And people have blamed them that there are internal mechanisms, there are due processes to lay down such complaints, and they have not exhausted those procedures. So going out or staging a walkout to make a mockery of themselves is unacceptable. Party membership across the nation are embarrassed at their action. Our worry, for instance, my worry, is that our respected leader and former vice president, Turaki Atiku Abubakar, has once again allowed himself to be used by these power mongers, by these people who thought they will get power through intimidation, they will get power through cajoling. You know, I never expected our leader Turaki Atiku Abubakar to be part of this group. He would have advised them that there are internal mechanisms, there are ways to, you know, apply all these things. So quoting the Constitution is not something you quote in a hotel or in Yaradua Center. You have to bring it to PDP, and PDP will have to look at it, and if there are mistakes, they will be corrected. You see, managing a behemoth, a very big organization like the People's Democratic Party, is not an easy task. We have had challenges just like any other big party across the world. You know, those challenges are usually resolved. This is not the first time. And if I may have to go through memory lane as a political historian, I want to tell you that part of the problems we are having today is because these same people who are protesting today are themselves products of imposition. For instance, the governor of Niger State, Chief Servant Babangida Aliu, was a serving permanent secretary, and overnight he was imposed on PDP, and he did not recite the Constitution. The governor of Sokoto State, my friend Wamako, was also the candidate of ANPP or so, and overnight he was imposed on PDP, and PDP accepted him. You see, these are consensus building. There are issues you have to look at in order to